What if the stories we tell about haunted houses aren't just folklore? What if some places are cursed by the past in ways we can't even begin to understand? I never believed in ghosts until I spent the night in a house where the shadows seemed to move on their own and the air turned cold with every breath I took. This is the true story of a house haunted by its own tragic history and how it nearly claimed me as its next victim. It was an ordinary trip, or so I thought. I had been invited to stay with a family in a remote town for a documentary I was filming, exploring the eerie events that had plagued their family for generations. The locals spoke of a house with a tragic past, a past that would soon become my own nightmare. As soon as I arrived, the atmosphere in the house felt off. The family was warm, welcoming, but there was an undeniable tension in the air. Strange noises echoed throughout the night. Footsteps when no one was around, whispers in the dark, and shadows that seemed to move on their own. It wasn't long before the family began to recount their own terrifying experiences, each encounter more disturbing than the last. I decided to dig deeper into the history of the house. The family had lived there for decades, but the property was built on land with a tragic history. There had been rumors of a violent death decades ago, and the family had been plagued by bad luck ever since. But the horror didn't stop at the rumors. That night, as I reviewed my footage, I witnessed something truly chilling. A shadow darted across the camera's lens, despite no one being near. And then it happened. The temperature in the room plummeted, and a voice whispered directly into my ear. The following night, I was alone in the house, setting up cameras to capture any strange occurrences. That's when it escalated. The door slammed shut, trapping me inside. I could hear breathing, deliberate, like someone was standing right next to me. I fumbled with my phone, trying to call the family for help, but the signal was dead. Panic set in as I realized I wasn't alone. I turned and there it was, a figure, barely visible in the shadows, but undeniably real. I managed to escape the house, but not without a lingering sense of dread. The family was forced to leave soon after, the house consumed by its dark past. I left with more than just a story. I had encountered something that I couldn't explain. To this day, the whispers haunt me, and the memories of that night are burned into my mind. If you're brave enough, subscribe to Horror-Radiate for more terrifying stories like mine. Don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts on the creepiest experiences you've had. Who knows, your story might be featured next.